I decided to make a game within 5 days.
FNAF.
Five Nights at Freddy's.
You should know this game, and if you don't, Five Nights at Freddy's is an indie horror game made back in 2014. It became a franchise with many people playing this game, even famous YouTubers like Markiplier, Jacksepticeye, and FNAF's iconic YouTuber,
Taco.
This week was FNAF week, the week of FNAF's 10-year anniversary. For this anniversary, I decided to make something special with it.
I decided to make a game within 5 days.
Day 1. On the 3rd of August, I booted up my game dev software, GDevelop. I already had a game in mind. I was gonna remake Midnight Motorist. For those of you who don't know what Midnight Motorist is a minigame in one of the FNAF games, Five Nights at Freddy's Pizzeria Simulator. The minigame was a game with 4 laps, and your goal was to dodge all the cars. So I was gonna make that, but in my image. On day 1, I added the background and player character along with up-down controls. Day 2. I had seen something up on YouTube. 5 Laps at Freddy's. Those bastards decided to make a game similar to my fangame.
How could they?
On day 2, I added collision to the sides so the car doesn't slippy slide all over the place. And then, the fucking camera. So look, listen, alright, hear me out, yeah? When your game is about racing, you want the camera centered on the car, right? Well, yes. But it's nowhere near that simple. Because if the camera is centered on the car will be in the middle, not nearly giving you enough time to dodge. So I did something clever to fix it. You see, the car doesn't actually need to move. So all I have to do is make it look like it's moving by moving the stripes in the middle. Later I added the enemy cars in the spawn location. I also did some tweaking on some things that were janky, eventually make the spawns random and more frequent. Day 3. It was my sister's birthday, so like any big brother would do, I added a score system to the game. The score system is basically a timer. Every second the score goes up 1 point. But if you have a score to go for, you might want to have something to lower that score. So I made a damage system, where every time the player is damaged, the score timer will be paused for 2 seconds, basically losing you 2 points. In the vein of quality of life improvements, I added music and sound effects. Day 4. On day 4 I had a fuck ton of epiphanies. This was truly the turning point for my game. I changed the difficulty, it's now a bit harder than it was to be. I added some new scenes as well. Yeah, I didn't know this, but you can add scenes to GDevelop. Adding scenes basically means changing what you see. For example, I can have a scene for the main menu, which I do. Or a scene for the stage select if you're doing a platformer, for example. Basically, every different screen is a new scene. That rhymes fucking perfectly. I also added a hard mode called oncoming mode, and even some cutscenes. The final day, day 5. Day 5 was a stressful one. I didn't have all day to finish this game, so I had to finish it within 4 hours. So I added a new secret stage for if you successfully beat oncoming mode. And I finished all the scenes and timelines and changed the cutscenes. You see, for the first cutscene, which you get after beating the normal stage, I had this in mind.
What have I done? I need to go home. I need to go home.
But I realized I needed to change the words, what have I done, into what am I doing? Because he realizes what he's doing now is wrong, but I had multiple takes for that one, so here they are. What am I doing? I need to get out of here. Now. What am I doing? I need to go home. I need to go home. What am I doing? I need to get out of here now. What am I doing? I need to go home. What am I doing here? I need to go home.
What am I doing? I need to go home. I need to go home.
After this, I play tested and fixed everything I thought I needed to fix. Next, I added some credits and finished the game.
Bonus day.
Day 6. I know. It should be 5. I added this day, which is also the day I'm recording this by the way, because I needed to upload my game somewhere. So I made a nice little Game Jolt account. Checked one last time if my game was okay, and exported. Midnight Motorist is now available on Game Jolt. The link to my game page is down in the description. The game is free, so you can either play on the site or download the game and play on your PC. Have fun!